In the year of 2008, a woman reported her 2-year-old daughter missing in the state of Florida. The little girl's name was Caylee Anthony, and she had barely begun to live her life. The mother who reported her missing, Casey Anthony. This woman has become infamous in the past 3 years due to the mystery and controversy surrounding the case of her daughter's disappearance and death. Infamous, of course, because of the horrible reputation Casey now has, as well as the immoral things she has done in her past, including neglecting to report her daughter missing, forgery, fraudulent use of personal information, petty theft for forging $700 worth of checks, and using her friends' credit cards without their permission. Among these things, Casey also lied about her terminated employment at Universal Studios as well as Caylee's nanny. It all started on July 15, 2008, when Caylee Anthony was actually reported missing by her grandmother, Cindy Anthony. It was around July 3rd of that year, however, that Casey's parents noticed that she had been making up reasons to not bring Caylee over to visit. Casey even accused Caylee's supposed nanny of kidnapping her. The woman claims to have never even met Casey, Caylee, Cindy, or George Anthony. Casey was reported to have been partying on that July 4th with her friends at a local Orlando club, something a jury would find slightly odd. Casey had deserted her car at a local Amscott financial store on June 27th, which was discovered with her purse and a child's car seat still in it. The vehicle was towed and eventually picked up by her mother and father, who are reported to have said the car smelled of a decomposing body. A bag of trash was found in the vehicle, but no human remains, although a hair was found that was thought to be one of Caylee's. During the month of August, tips between the 11th and 13th were given to police regarding a suspicious object in an area close to the Anthony's residence. Unfortunately, a search was not conducted at that time. After another tip was made 3 months later, a search was conducted and human remains were found. They were identified as those of Caylee. However, a cause of death was not able to be determined. This was a huge weakness in the case to convict Casey Anthony of first-degree murder. Since Caylee's body had so much time to decompose, it was impossible for the medical examiner to determine an exact cause of death. It was reported the skull had duct tape over the mouth and nose, and frequent search subjects on the family's computer led the prosecution to believe chloroform was also used to poison Caylee. Chloroform was commonly used as an anesthetic because it suppresses the central nervous system, making otherwise painful procedures possible. However, the defense claims Caylee drowned in the family pool, something science unfortunately was unable to disprove due to the degree of decomposition Caylee's body had experienced. Casey Anthony's verdict of non-guilty of first-degree murder, announced on July 5, 2011, was possibly caused by lack of concrete evidence. She was found guilty on 4 misdemeanor counts of providing false information to a law enforcement officer. On July 7, 2011, she was sentenced to 1 year in jail and $1,000 in fines. Unfortunately, this case was not able to be solved easily. The combination of the time elapsed from Caylee's death to her body's discovery was a large factor, as well as the circumstantial as opposed to hard evidence. Had Caylee's body been discovered earlier, a cause of death might have been determined, and a person, very possibly Casey Anthony, convicted of killing an innocent little girl.